Okay, it's been a while since I've done an actual video, and I'm going to try keyword try to get to master one or master I or master ONE, whatever you want to call it. I'm primarily no move, as in I don't really play the other two because I don't know, I just find this best for now at least. I'm not here to waste time getting 5Ks all 24/7 with me. I'm not here knowing everything. I think we're just in Greece on this one. Slam it down. Because of this sign here being yellow, you only really see that in Greece. But yeah, it's Gen 2s. So I'd say Gen 2's fairly likely in Greece. Yeah. Cool. Now let's slam this in. We are in. Where are we? Ooh. Is this. The terrain is actually throwing me off here. No. This is like Nordic architecture. Is that Finnish? I'm not actually sure. I'm really kind of actually genuinely lost on this one. No, it is down there. I was considering going down there, but the language didn't look like. Okay, I'm not making a good example of myself. Okay, we've got Spanish there. I think we're going to be in Europe then, so Spain. Um, or maybe that's Portuguese. No. That's Spanish. Quick coast check. That way, southwest. I don't know, maybe this is Lisbon. Maybe it's Portuguese we're looking at. No. Can it be? I'm not a language specialist, a linguist, but I'm pretty confident this is Europe as opposed to Latin America. I miss the old Pepsi logo. It's Italian. Oh god, I'm making a massive fool of myself. I want to just lock myself in and get to um master one. So we are in Australia, a country that admittedly I really don't know how to reach and guess very well, if I'm being honest. Now, I can tell it's Australia quite quickly because it's one of the few countries with Street View that have got like double white centre lines. You can find them sometimes in the UK, although they're quite rarely. It's usually like sort of A roads in the middle of nowhere type thing, and we're going to be in Nigeria on this one. And there's a church, so we're going to be quite south, the southern side. I mean, the terrain also gives it away, but yeah. This follow car, this police follow car is only a thing you see in Nigeria. Tunisia does have follow cars, but it's not a police car. It won't have siren light things on top of it. Okay, hope you understand. Now going on to the next one, we are in. Oh god. Okay. So I think we are either in bots. No. That's the Northern Territory, I think. Or at the very least, it's similar to a Northern Territory thing. Oh, screw you. Screw you. you worked that out as well. Yeah, so those polls, those are Northern Territory polls. I was gonna go South Africa bots on that one, although I guess the bots would be a bit weird because the sport colour. Now this one, that is Spanish, and a sun's facing to south, so going to be in Europe. It's I think it's Spanish. It very well could be Italian, and I could just screw myself over. I'll probably screw myself over right now, but who knows? I mean, oh god, yeah, we're on the 2.5x. Yeah, I'm probably screwed unless like, I have to be quite close. Screwed. Screwed. It is Italian. Yeah, that is wait, Corsica. And what's the other one called? I can't. Ah, okay. I'm not making a good example of myself, am I? Oops. Don't worry, I'll get it this time. Don't forget, I've been playing this game for like 9 billion years. Okay, so with this one, we are obviously going to be in Thailand. Was this in? No, no, no. That was a different language. No, what's going on with that language? I'm now being thrown off completely here. Was this India and we're in like some... I'm no way. Or was it Sri Lanka? No, Sri Lanka, isn't it? Oops. Oh, see, this is the thing. When I record, I just magically become worse at the game. It's really not helpful. Okay, that appears to be a Mexican sign because the line is thick, thick, and actually yes, we are because of this poll. As for where I'm gonna go, sort of Yucatan, maybe Tabasco. I'm not a specialist in Latin America, unfortunately. Ooh, it was not actually in the sort of Yucatan Peninsula. Interesting. Okay, we're obviously in Europe on this one, and in terms of where you've got sort of big mountains, I think we might be. Ooh, the mountains look weird for like a Nordic country. Is this Locam? If this is Locam, is that Locam? I'm not sure. This might be the best shout. Didn't know Slovakia had like big sort of mountains that look like that, to be honest. Um, we are in a black pickup. Now, if it looks like this, my call would be. Oh, good. Oh, we're in Turkey. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's Eastern Turkey. I believe it's exclusive to Eastern Turkey. Well, around the eastern part of it, like this bit. I believe. The black pickup. There we go. There's an example of me being good at the game. So hopefully you understood that. Now slam it in and try again. I don't wave. I don't do emotions. I get into the game and lock myself in. Vendesi, I think that is just, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just Turkey. Slam it in, lock it in. But yeah, I want to get aggressive and get up the ranks. Team Master 1. So hopefully I'll do that. I mean, I've literally only got, a few hours to do this. Tenerife. Oh, I was Italian. Oh well, I won. I mean, if I knew it was... See, Italy is just like my complete weakness actually in Europe. That appears to be Belgian plates. Slam it in, lock it in. Yeah, I think that's Belgian plates with it. Yeah, I'm not an expert on Belgium. It doesn't come up often. Ooh, it was not. It was not. It was not. It was not quite. Okay, we're gonna be in Thailand on this one. Just send it. Usually go there roughly. Boom. There we go. Not much damage, but I well did it all. Now on this one, the obvious answer would probably be Mexico with like these things. I'm not a specialist. I'd go just like slam it in like Chihuahua area or something. Could be US. Okay, it was US. US was definitely a possibility in my mind as well. Although I would probably win more California direction. Now double yellow, double white, and we're near this place that I can't be bothered to look at, and I'm not gonna pinpoint. I'm just gonna slam it in, and yeah. So Polish signs like this, like street, like say like the town names, have that distinctive font on that sort of distinctive green background. That's how you know it's Poland. I mean, and you know, it's sort of quite flat and so on. Now this one, weirdly, there's sort of okay. We in as well, yeah, okay. Sorry, I've just snapped into this. This is Quebec. I'm going to put it there. So Quebec has obviously French. Another common thing with Quebec is you have the signs having double posts like that sign there, and yeah. Also, Quebec don't have front plates. Okay, this is gonna be Europe. Eastern Russia, I believe, has this black car, and those bollards, I believe, are also Eastern Russian. I believe. Okay, it wasn't quite as far east, but I got it. Boom. So that's how you know to do this. Okay. I only need to win a couple games, and ideally I probably want to get like maybe third place right now between like maybe that's a bit too ambitious actually. It's a big point gap. Well, I guess if I'm getting like only a few more than this person, I probably am locked in for it. But yeah. Okay. So we've got a one-way road, but the sign here and I believe yeah we've got a blue car. So we're driving left. We've got this sort of distinctive yellow, well, sort of red saw, but we've got a blue car. That means we're going to be in South Africa, and usually when it's South Africa, you usually put like Joburg, Pretoria, or whatever. It pops up a lot more. See, it's more likely to pop up in my experience than like Cape Town area or whatever anywhere else. Um, so we've got double yellow lines. We're driving on the right. Um, Now we double yellow lines. I believe are more common in Brazil. Yeah, I think we've got Brazil poles there. And I think the lampposts are a specific region, but I can't remember where. I believe. But yeah, I'm not a Latin America expert. I'm more of a European expert. Like if I see like European infrastructure, I can like slam it in easily. So we've got Cyrillic here. Now what's our car? Is this Russia? 22. Hmm. I think the likeliest answer would be Kazakhstan. Because this is Gen 4. But I'm not confident. This might just be Moscow and this might be the end. Because from what I've heard, I should have looked at the plates. But I'm not sure what... I think Kazakhstan plates don't have blue strips. Yes, it is Moscow. Cool. Yeah, the only two options you could go there would be Russia or Kazakhstan because it was Gen 4. And once again, we're in Poland with distinctive signs. So and like the double yellow lines. Also thing there was also Polish bollards as well in the distance. I'm sort of trying to explain my logic for my guesses. Okay, we're in Gen 3. Those trees are usually associate with more northern, but this blinding white soil, I think, is a thing you find in, I want to say Mexico. I think it was one of the Latin American countries. No, it was just Europe. Oh. Okay. So, I think we're in Poland. So there's not really much to confirm. That just gives very risky move, so I'm going to go further south in the country. But I want to say this is Poland, but maybe it's Bulgaria. I don't know. Oh, it was Bulgaria. Okay, that is a knockout at least. There's that. Okay. So, we've got wide things, but we're going to be Spanish speaking. No, we aren't. We are just in Texas. I'm not an expert on this. I didn't know Texas had the wide thing. So these wide gaps between the stripes are oh no. And that's it. Yeah, so those wide that wide gap between the yellow double lines means you're going to be in southeast US. So like Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and I guess Texas. I thought that wasn't a thing in Texas, but well, it was apparently. But yeah. Okay, let's see if I can explain some more of my logic. Okay, we've got red barn architecture. There is also a flag. But the short dashed lines outside indicate that we are in Sweden. And like the red architecture, red barn architecture also applies for like Norway. Was there red roads? If so, you should actually be in and out around region. I wasn't looking that hard. Okay, so I think these lines most likely indicate that it's either France or I feel like these lines look more like French road markings, but I'm not too confident. We're not in the UK. UK can have sort of similar looking road lines to France sometimes. Oh, we were actually in Germany. Interesting. Okay, we've got this language here now. Oh god, is that the right Indonesian Filipino language? Ugh. No. We're in Indonesia, and I think your best bet would go on the island of Java in this case, because from mine, I believe it's sort of more sort of mountainous, but I could be wrong. Yeah, okay. Logic for that I should have mentioned is Indonesia cars have black plates, or well, old cars before like 22 have it or something like that. Driving right, got kilometers and miles per hour mentioned. You've got Paris mentioned. Paris means you're going to be in South America as opposed to sort of Central Spanish speaking America. We've got double lines. So I believe double yellow lines is more likely to be in Brazil. Also, it's really weird to see a giveaway sign. I couldn't really look at language, unfortunately. To see if it was Portuguese or Spanish. But yeah. So this low quality camera is only common in a very certain countries, and it appears to be India, though there's a lot of English speaking. Oh, okay, yeah, there's a different script. Now you gotta just sort of locate the script. Sort of looks more southern. This could also be Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's this sort of camera too, but I'd say it's way less common than India. I mean, India was like pretty much fully covered, and only like recently they're starting to phase out that camera. So yeah, there's only a few countries you get in Cambodia, you get in India, you get in Sri Lanka sometimes, you get in a lot of things. This should just be Lesotho. So Lesotho have a lot of these sort of mountains with like sort of no trees, very little trees. Like weirdly, it's not no, actually no, I don't think this is. I think they. I think maybe the best candidate for this would be Chile, actually. But it does sort of weirdly. Oh, okay. I completely misjudged that. Yeah, I was confused because there weren't any yellow lines. Okay, disregard what I was going to say. Well, okay, to be fair, that terrain did mostly match that, but the white lines I was only thinking of them thing. Okay, I'll do enough of the game and I'll try and explain my guesses. Why I put this. Going against a Steam user. An incredibly rare thing. Okay, here we go. We should just be. Ooh, okay, never mind. I was going to say we should just be in Botswana, but the stop sign's located on the right. So I think we're just going to be in Russia. Maybe we could be in Kyrgyzstan. I'm not confident. It might be worth going Russia. It can't be Kazakhstan because it's Gen 3. Unless that sign's a one way. No, we are in the US. Okay. Yeah, that sign being on the right was really off-putting. These should, yeah, okay, so we're in Australia. Number one, we're driving left. These arrows you sort of see in Australia. These sort of trees are common Australian eucalyptus, and you can't really see it, but there's a bollard there that's Australian as well. And I'm just going to need to send it. I think I might go somewhat south from this one. Might be Tasmania, even. No, it wasn't. It was just South Australia. Yeah, usually with the bollards, you actually get a proper full-on thing. It's not as subtle as that. Okay, we're driving left. Blue car. We're going to be in South Africa. Because this blue car's in terms of South African countries is exclusive to South Africa. This is also South Africa thing. I think you can actually get in bots. And then yellow outer lines, white centre lines, indicate you're in Southern America, Southern Africa. So bots 1, LSC 2, whatever. Weirdly, the terrain's a bit maybe go more. I don't know. Ooh, a rare one by Cape Town. Yeah. Okay, okay. Okay, we've got dashed out lines. Doesn't mean we are in Sweden. There are a couple other circumstances you see it. Now, the language looks like Hungarian. I think I might be. No, I'm not sure. I'm actually kind of lost. But these holes you only get in certain places. Maybe Romania is it. I'm gonna put it on the Romania-Hungary border because I'm pretty confident it's one of those two. Okay, yeah, it's Romania. Now, Romania usually has white painted at the bottom. It's a bit hard to tell there, obviously. See, it's being blocked. Husvik. We're gonna be in one of the Baltic countries here. I think it's the Estonia style sign, but I might be wrong. No, it's Latvia. But yeah, yeah, Latvia, Estonia, you have, sort of Latin alphabet, sort of signs that can resemble the things. Ooh, we got Zurich. Okay, this I believe is Bulgaria. So, this symbol here, that's a line O with a line, I believe is a thing that's only in that is in like Russian. I think that I believe is what we're looking at there. I might be wrong, and I'm really not sure about that, but I think that might be the case. Ukraine. Yeah, I believe there is. Yeah, see, there's a place there, but this is like a different language from Russian. It's like some local language. Okay. This car is a Greenland car, I believe. And Greenland coverage is kind of annoying. Because it's hard to remember what places you need to just sort of memorize, and I can't be bothered. So it's probably not going to be the capital of Nuke. Nuck. I don't know how you pronounce it. Yeah. But yeah, it didn't look right there. It looks a bit different there. But I wasn't sure which places have coverage. It's not going to be right in the centre as well, so you're only going to do that if you're hedging. Now we're in Gen 3, and we appear to be in some area. It's quite flat. Probably the best continent I'd say would be Uruguay. I think Uruguay is quite a flat country. And it was like Spanish speaking. There we go. Okay, we've got extremely red soil, and we're driving on the right, so I'll just send it somewhere in Brazil. That's all I'd go. Yeah, probably should have gone on north. It was more sort of Amazonian. Okay, we've got corn next to it. These rifts in the sky are only found in a few countries, and this is going to be Europe, and the only two countries you're going to see is Albania and Montenegro. And I'm not confident on which one we're right by the case. I'm just going to slam it right now. Okay? Why are we by the coast, or you? Yeah, it'll be on the coast somewhere. Oh, okay. What? I've never seen rifts in Portugal. Okay, we're driving on the left. We've got this language, and we've got a good quality camera. That it excludes out basically everything that isn't Bangladesh. Slam it in. I normally usually 100% of the time gets that car. There you go. Bangladesh also sometimes has the low quality camera, but quite there. Okay, got double airlines. However, we've got a Polish bollard here, so that is a Polish bollard with the sort of red. Just lock it in. Sometimes, not all the time, it'll have that black marker saying like what road or whatever it's supposed to say, and so be aware of that. There we go. Could do maybe a couple more games, and yeah, I just really want to get up in my ranks. I know I've not been doing too well in this video, but I want to try and explain stuff as well because it's interesting. Okay. We've got some of these trees here you'd think maybe Northern Europe. However, a yellow town like that makes me think of not Northern Europe. And in fact, we're coastal and it's towards the south. And probably my candidate with that yellow sign would be Slovenia, but I'm not too confident. Don't take it for granted. It could still be up north. It was Russia. Never would I have said Russia. I mean, I couldn't read the text. If I could read the text, yeah, I'll be absolutely excluded. We've got this low quality camera. We're in South America, and the only country in South America with this low quality camera is Ecuador. Okay? There you go. Sorry about that. So we are in Australia, so you can get a better view of these Australian bollards. They'll be red on the here, and then on the back they'll be white. And this give sign is an Australian giveaway sign. The main way to tell the difference between this and New Zealand is New Zealand one will have like red text instead of black text there. Now, in terms of where we are specifically, as I said, I'm not good at region guessing. Oh great, oh there you go. My map was being weird then. Yeah, I'm not good at region guessing Australia, unfortunately. We are in Australia again. But it's a really weird looking Australia, I'll admit. Yeah, so once again we're driving left. Ah, okay, that's why. This car is exclusive to Christmas Island, which is an Australian overseas territory here. And if we're going to be near the hospital, we're going to be around here, and we're probably on Prospect Hill Road, and yeah, I don't have much else to say. Maybe we're on corner, but yeah, so yeah, this car is exclusive to Christmas Island. You'll see Australian infrastructure, so on, so on, and yeah, 5k did there. I've had two Christmas Island rounds today. I've managed to 5k both of them. Okay, it's quite barren. It's quite flat, interestingly. Which is weird because I'd not expect it to be incredibly flat like this. And I'm not actually confident, but I believe this is either going to be Iceland or the Faroe Islands, and I'm not sure. I'm really actually not sure. It's really weird because it's really flat. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so there's sort of like no terrain, no trees. Usually it's a lot more mountainous than that. You're either going to be in Iceland or Faroe Islands. Iceland do have their own bollards. They're yellow. And yeah. That's my best explanation. Okay, we're going to be in Russia with these bollards spamming here. This black bit painted on the bottom of the pole is usually a thing you find in Russia, and I believe Kazakhstan as well. And I believe the design of this bollards here are exclusive to Eastern thing. I think I said that earlier, but yeah, they're more of a like Eastern Russian bollard. I might be wrong. Or it's even further east. Okay. Where are we next? Okay, we've got yellow centre lines, we're driving the right, and we've got this double thing, which I was saying is a Canadian thing. Also, this speed limit sign is Canadian thing as well, where it says maximum instead of speed limit. So, yeah. Yeah, so double poles for the signs, Quebec, and this maximum sign, that's going to be a Canadian one. I believe that's a Quebecian bollard. Whoa! Interesting. To be fair, usually those poles are wooden. Okay, we've got double yellow lines, we've got a yellow rear plate, we are in the UK. Now, with this architecture, I'd probably say we're going to be in... Sure, this is just like Scotland. Too small to be Inverness, to be honest, so... No, this doesn't really match up. Nah. I'm not sure, but we're going to be in the UK with the double yellow no parking lines and so on. So I'm just going to slam it there. But is this Scotland? It might not be Scotland. It's my... don't know. Okay, maybe not Scotland specifically. This might... If this is the UK, it could be incredibly... Yeah, I was going to say it could be like Cornwall. I should have gone there. It looked too warm. Oops. Okay. We've got a black car, which I believe... and we're going to be in Middle East. And black car, I believe, is exclusive to Jordan. So, just slam it in. Knock it in. Or it is the Tunisian thing as well. That is also a possibility. I didn't... Well, I kind of considered it. I wasn't sure. Okay, we've got corn growing here. I'm not too familiar about corn production in Europe. Because, spoiler alert, we're in Europe. But we're probably going to be more towards the Mediterranean. Now, usually I sort of associate those pylons with Spain. Usually. Spain, Portugal. So I'm gonna slam it there. But if I didn't see those pylons, I would have probably gone Bulgaria. If I'm being honest, this isn't going well. Okay, so we're in South America, as I said, with Peru. Now we've got round concrete poles, which excludes, like, obviously, well, if we've got yellow plates, so we're going to be in Colombia because of those yellow plates. I don't necessarily want Colombia because Colombia is a big country and that's probably GG knockout damage. Oh my god! That's exact knockout damage. Oh god. Yeah, so those yellow plates, if you're in a Latin American country, you're going to be in Colombia, the round concrete poles, that's a Colombian thing. Sometimes you get octagonal concrete poles, but usually round if you are in Colombia. So hopefully you understood that. Okay. I'm not actually particularly confident about where we are. I think we're in Southeast Asia for the continent, and maybe this soil is just Thai soil, and usually for the sea, that sort of soil go east. But I'm not that confident about this. I will warn you. But I'm pretty sure it's Southeast Asia and the soil. Yes, it is Thailand. Thank God. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I've seen this bus stop before and I can't. Ah, okay. We are in Brazil. That's Portuguese. There. I believe that just says attention. That CAO with like the A having a squiggle on top. That is Portuguese. Not Spanish. Annoyingly, we are incredibly south. There. But yeah. I would say we are in France on this one. It's incredibly flat. I don't really have much to say, but the fact that we're in Gen 2 and like this halo is incredibly visible, I think must be a French thing, because they were one of the first European well, okay, they were the first European country to get strictly coverage, and like their Gen 2 looks very distinctive. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to think. Ooh, I think this. No, I think we're driving on the right. In that case, I would go for Peru or Bolivia. But we are in Bhutan, for God's sake. Yeah, Bhutan was my initial guess, but because we were leaning on the right, I was against that. That's my logic. But yeah, that terrain you saw very Bhutanese. We've got a octagonal pole, although it seems to be metal, which is a bit of a throw off. But the sun is in the south. Something fire station, it's in English. Ooh. This is the trick of tricks, let's say. I really shouldn't like been trying to look for like explanations. I think we. I don't know. This might be a bad call out, but like I don't know. Vaguely matches what we're looking at, but I'm kind of thrown off with this. It was Philippines. Goddamn Philippines. To be fair, there was concrete. Yeah, so concrete roads are very common in the Philippines. Usually you'll get like two slabs of them side by side. It happens in Thailand and to a lesser extent Indonesia, but it'll be like one concrete slab, not like two side by side or whatever. So yeah. Yeah, so that poll was really throwing me off in like the English. That was not an ideal round. Okay, we've got sort of very red soil. We've got this poll, and this is a Portuguese style of poll where you've sort of got the these dents, and then you've got like these holes there. That's like a Portuguese thing. So if you see that, it's either Portugal or Brazil, or maybe South Tone as well. But usually, but if you're seeing yellow central lines like this, it excludes Europe almost completely. The only two places you'll see it is Norway. Norway will be single, not double yellow. And very, 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 very occasionally, you can see double yellows in Greece. Strawberry. So we're in a German-speaking thing. I'd probably just say Germany. I'm not that familiar with sort of biking infrastructure like we had there. Look, to be fair, I should have put it more towards the Dutch border. Looked a lot like Dutch biking infrastructure. This is going to be Russia. Now, if I were to look at a still image like this, the main reason to go Russia is these sort of weirdly distinctive road markings. Feels very Russian. Wait, no. No, I think it's Ukraine because it's Gen 3 and red car. Oh, sorry. Yeah, if it's red car, Gen 3, and it looks very Russian like that, Ukraine. There you go. Okay. We are going to be in Taiwan. Now, first off, language. But secondly, on these poles, you see these yellow, black, and stripes. If they go all the way down to the bottom, you're going to be in Taiwan. They're not confused with Korea. It won't go all the way down to the bottom, but also you've got a completely different language. It'll be clear if it's Korean or not. Well, provided you've got words near you, which you might not always have. So maybe it is worth doing that. Okay, we are in a Spanish-speaking country with all yellow lines. Now, the answer, I believe, to this is going to be Chile, who normally has all white lines. However, in national parks and stuff, they can be all yellow. Okay, so that's the tip for Chile. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but I'm kind of losing my confidence. I'm not sure what Chilean polls look like. Yes, it is. So, trying to aim for like a national park, like I was going there, usually, is where they are located. Okay? So, I believe this is Portugal. So, I've got red roofed houses. Oh, I'm not sure those registration plates. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Portugal. So I believe you get these sort of squared off lamppost. But usually the best way, you can't really see it here. A lot of cars, most cars, have a blue strip on the left and then a yellow strip on the right. That's the Portuguese plate. However, cars newer than like 2022, they're phasing it out, won't have it, so keep that in mind. It could be Spain. No, it's Italy. No, it's San Marino. San Marino was another good candidate for that as well. I was considering that. That makes a lot of sense for the plates. I was confused about the plates. But, oh, I'm going down the ranks. I think one more game on camera and then I'm going to try and do this off camera. I'll probably do like some learnable meta Latin America or something. But yeah. Oh, come on. So yeah. So I'm just trying to put my phone on charge. 70%. This looks like the UK. Oh, and there's a good meta here. Okay, well, spoiler, we are in the UK. So, in fact, there's a couple metas. So, on the top of these wind poles, you can't really see it here. But if it's flat on the top, you're going to be in the UK, not Ireland. Another thing you can see in the distance, I'm not actually sure if this is UK exclusive, is a UK bollard there. Now, if I'd say Scotland on this one. I know, Wales. That's embarrassing. But yeah, if the top of the wooden pole is flat, UK, if it sort of points upwards in the middle, Ireland. Annoyingly, there's a flag there. I wonder if you can see the. I can't see any poles with the stripes, but as I was saying earlier, the stripes can happen. I probably won't be able to find this in time. I think the mountainous part's like in the middle. Try to be quick because they're literally mentioning a place name. Don't 5k. Thank God. Well, I say don't 5k. I mean, don't get a town or sea or whatever. The settlement. Ooh. Carmeta. So we are in Ghana, and I think we're by a border crossing. What? So we're in Ghana now. A way to find out Ghana is with this black tape on the front right roof rack. Also another thing is you'll sometimes see the front of a car. It'll have like a Google Street View, not often, but like often like the sort of front bit of the bonnet is visible and say like google.com/maps in like a red square that you can still see here. I'm confused by the flag, but I'm assuming we're right on the border, like a border crossing. It wasn't actually a border crossing, interesting, but yeah, that's how you get Ghana. And see, like they drive on the right and so on, so on. I guess it's the entrance to the national park. Oh, I'm actually split between a couple of countries here. Kind of looks like that could be an Australian bollard. So I think this is Japan because of these solid white outlines. But it might be Australia or New Zealand even. It was Japan. Thank God. This is an Irish sign. It'll have it'll be bilingual, use kilometers, and so on. Cork is, can't find Cork. There's Cork. Just slam it somewhere. Yeah. And yeah, it'll be like italic on the top, and the UK doesn't have road numbers beginning with R. Also, these yellow dashed yellow lines are an Irish dashed outer yellow lines are an Irish thing, and then there's actually another good meta. You see these gates here in the UK, they'll have sharp not rounded off corners like this. Okay. And you can probably see you can still see the pointy top on the thing. So, yeah. Okay. Rappel. Oh no, actually, Cove. This might just be France. But the problem is ooh. Can't remember. I think these are. Actually, I think this is that's the North Macedonian bollard there with like the thick line. I might be wrong. It's Gen 3. No, it was just France. Oh, for God's sake, that was knockout damage. I don't just confuse me. Like the solid inner line. I know that it like goes outwards, but like yeah. Oh God, I've gone down in ratings a lot. Yeah, so that's me playing some duels and trying to explain my reasoning for it. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and goodbye.